This election is about more than just who is at the top of the ticket. It's also about who controls your state. The Republican Party has used and abused gerrymandering to their benefit, which is why they love saying everything is up to the states, especially when it comes to women.
Every legal scholar, every Democrat, every Republican, liberal, conservative, they all wanted this issue to be brought back to the states where the people could vote. And that's what happened.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. There is a way to fight back, something Barack Obama reminded Democrats about at the convention.
If we work like we've never worked before, if we hold firm to our convictions, we will elect Kamala Harris as the next president of the United States and Tim Walz as the next vice president of the United States. We will elect leaders up and down the ballot who will fight for the hopeful, forward-looking America we all believe in.
The officials you elect down the ballot will be placed on your state Supreme Court, your state House, and your state Senate. It is these people who determine if women can be prosecuted, if they go out of state for medical care, if your teachers are armed because they refuse to regulate guns, and what history your kids are allowed to learn in school. The States Project is an organization that is dishing out big bucks in 9 swing states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, and North Carolina to ensure that Democrats in those states can elect what President Obama called hopeful, forward-looking leaders. And joining me now is Democratic strategist Tara Dowell. She's an advisor to the States Project and one of the hosts of their fundraising event tomorrow night, Democracy in Vogue, which I know features my buddy, Yvette Nicole Brown, which is really exciting. So before I let you talk about this event you guys are having, I just want to show you three things. Trifectas after the disastrous 2010 midterm in which Democrats just dropped their participation. The Republicans came out of that election with control of 20 trifecta states, meaning they control the governor's mansion and both state houses, House and state Senate. Democrats had 9. After the 2022 election, the Republicans upped theirs to 23 trifectas, and Democrats did better, too. They upped them in 17. Now, look at that map, and now look at the map with states that have abortion bans. I want everybody to just look at the change. It looks almost identical to the map of the trifectas. That's why you have to control states, Tara, right?
That's absolutely right. And I want to make a very critical point about the States Project's work. So if you look at Virginia, Virginia is the only southern state that did not enact an abortion ban after the Dobbs decision. And if you look at the flip side of that, you look at Minnesota and Michigan, where the States Project was involved and helped to flip those state houses and those state legislatures, they passed laws that protect a woman's right to her own being, as was said earlier by your guest. So that's why states matter. And I think part of the problem is that a lot of people don't understand that. But the right wing, as you pointed out, did and continues to understand that. And so that's why this work is so important, from whether it be childcare, as you talked about, minimum wage, paid family leave, a woman's right to choose, all of that. Most of the impact of that, our daily lives, is at the state level.
Right. Even, people are lying and being lied to about FEMA. It's your state governor that requests FEMA assistance from the federal government. It's the Congress that passes the amount that you get in the check. But your state has to take action. They control the state National Guard. I think people sometimes don't know who to be mad at. And a lot of times the people to be mad at when things go wrong is your state legislature and your state governor.
Exactly right. And I think that's the point of this work, is that we're working to raise that awareness to make sure people understand, because you see people getting mad all the time at the president as if the president can wave a magic wand. But what people don't understand is that federal policy is actually enacted by the states. And so if you look at examples like Michigan.
Yeah. Go like Michigan.
No, I was just going to say, you look at examples like Michigan, you got a child tax credit there. You got school lunches, free school lunches, Minnesota as well. That is all because of the state legislatures and breaking those right-wing supermajorities that existed, because they understood that.
Yeah, in North Carolina, they would have had abortion rights, but for one Democrat who turncoated and flipped and gave Republicans a supermajority in North Carolina, that's why they have an abortion ban, because of one turncoat Democrat who switched parties. Talk about this event you guys are doing to try to raise some money for this.
Thank you so much. So we have an event tomorrow, Democracy in Vogue. And so people can go to learn more about it at statesproject.org. That's because we're doing it with style and substance. And so this event is about harnessing. We see all this energy across the country for President and Vice President. Look, I'm getting ahead of myself. For President and Vice President Kamala Harris, we see all this energy. So we're harnessing that energy and we're harnessing that momentum of this historic election to really put a spotlight on particularly Pennsylvania, where we're aiming to basically protect the majority in the House, right? Because you can't just, once you get it, you have to protect it. Where we're trying to protect the majorities in Michigan and where we're trying to break that right-wing supermajority in North Carolina. So this event is focused on doing those things. And it's really called a Giving Circle event. And so what that is, it's like a book club. It's a book club for those of us who are political junkies, but it's a book club aimed at creating political change. And so that's that's really the work of what we're doing. And so we're having a big book club, democracy and style event tomorrow to do work and to just make it exciting and to do that joy, have a little double entendre joy. We want a little bit of that. We want a little bit of that. Tara Dowell, my friend, thank you so much. And for more information on tomorrow's event, be sure to check out statesproject.org, STATES project.org. Thank you, Tara. And coming up next.